Okay, everybody, this is X through 99. The news just continues to get weirder and weirder and weirder every year that I get older. Now, in the TV show The Walking Dead, in I believe season 3, where Lori, was gonna die because of her child, and if she didn't have something done in an apocalypse, then both her and her baby could have died. So she asked Maggie to cut the baby free so that at least her baby had a chance to live. Dramatic scene, sad moment in The Walking Dead, but that is a fictional TV show. Now we have news of a woman in Colorado who had lost her, let me see where it is here. She had lost her 19-month-old son who had drowned in what investigators ruled was an accident way back in 2002. So this Lane lady, Dynell Lane, 36, has been sentenced to 100 years in prison for cutting a nearly 8-month-old fetus from a stranger's womb. Now, not only is the lady a stranger who she cut the fetus out of, but she lured this lady into her apartment. So what happened in February, she attempted to kill Michelle Wilkins. This was when the jury convicted in February Diane Lane, 36, for attempting to kill Michelle Wilkins in 2015, last year. So she was also convicted of assault and unlawful termination of a pregnancy after luring Wilkins with an ad for maternity clothing. Now, prosecutors said they were unable to charge Lane with murdering the unborn girl because a coroner found no evidence that the fetus lived once it was outside the womb. And that led Colorado Republicans to introduce legislation that would have allowed a murder charge. However, Democrats rejected the measure the third time such a proposal failed in the state of Colorado. However, over the objection of abortion rights supporters, 38 states have made killing a fetus a homicide. Now, Dynell Lane, 36, here she is right here, created elaborate lies to convince those close to her that she was pregnant, including a man that she was obviously intimate with. Now, she had posted online photos of herself with a distended belly and sent the man that she said was the father of her child ultrasound images that were fakes. She downloaded them from the internet. David Ridley, who lived with Lane and her two daughters, testified at the trial that Lane had claimed for more than a year that she was expecting a boy whom they planned to name James. Friends even threw a baby shower for her, but she wasn't pregnant. And that's why she tried to lure this lady into her house or apartment. Now, Ridley, the man, David Ridley, had grown suspicious by the time Lane lured Wilkins to her home. Not an apartment, I'm sorry, her Longmont home. Now, Wilkins testified that they chatted for about an hour before Lane hit, pushed, and tried to choke her in her own home once she lured her over there, and then used 2 kitchen knives to cut the baby out of her womb. She actually got this lady, lured her over with a promise to get maternity clothing for her baby. So she lures an 8-month pregnant lady on the internet to her home, saying that she's going to give her maternity clothing. Once this Wilkins lady gets to her home, she's 8 months pregnant, they had chatted for about an hour, and then Dynell Lane hits, pushes, and then tries to choke her to death, and then uses 2 kitchen knives in her own kitchen to cut the fetus from her womb. Unbelievable. When Ridley came home early from work, so David Ridley, the guy that this biatch is saying is the father of her kid, he comes home early from work that day to meet Lane for a doctor's appointment. He said he found the fetus in a bathtub and drove the child and Lane to a hospital where she begged staff to save her baby. So she's at the hospital now This guy sees the bloody fetus from another woman and thinks it's from this Dinah Lane. Okay, he takes her and the baby, thinking that she just had birth in her home, to the hospital, and Lane continues to lie to the hospital staff, saying, "Hey, please save my baby." Unbelievable. Lane said nothing to Ridley about Wilkins, who was unconscious at her home, and Wilkins regained consciousness and called the police. Wow. Just wow. What is the world coming to? Where are people's heads? And where has our sanity went? Because it seems like every time I read the news, it is just something more and more bizarre. This lady is a freaking psycho. Not only a manipulative liar and a freak, but this is just madness, absolute madness, and I'm glad that she got 100 years behind bars for this. She won't live through this. I hope there's no way for her to get parole in 10 or 20 years or something like that. I hope she dies behind bars. I can't believe it. It doesn't say what happened to the fetus. Wait a minute here. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't say what happened to the fetus here. If the fetus lived, I hope it did, and hopefully it was returned to, the rightful mother. But I'm going to have to look further into this. If you guys know what happened to this nearly 8-month-old fetus, you're going to have to let me know. Probably died, but maybe not, since the David Ridley guy rushed it to the hospital when he came home. Wow. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, though. I just can't believe this kind of news. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxter99. Catch you in the next video. Phew.